Fellow Africans, while many of Africans are celebrating the leadership of new generation leaders such as President Duma Boko of Botswana, President Traore of Burkina Faso, and other politicians such as Julius Malema, things are totally different in Cameroon. Paul Biya, who has been in power since 1982, over 4 decades, has officially announced his intention to run for the election in the countries of Cameroon upcoming October 12, 2025 presidential election. President Paul Biya wanted to continue to rule Cameroon. He wants to become a lifetime president of Cameroon. He is forgetting that young people are the ones who are bringing changes. And I want to ask you, my dear lovely family, what was the age of Kwame Nkrumah when he took the lead of Ghana toward independence? What was the age of Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere of Tanganyika at that time, this time Tanzania? What was the age of Patrice Emery Lumumba of Congo when fought for independence? What was the age of Kenneth Kaunda of Zambia? What was the age of Samola Moses Machel? They were young at that time. So it means young people are the ones who bring changes in their country. So what new things you think President Paul Biya has in order for him to run for the election? What new thing the president of Cameroon at the age of 92 he has to offer to the people of Cameroon? Family, African politicians, some of them are disappointing many of us. African politicians, some of them are distracting African development. President Paul Biya has to hand over power to the new generation. He has already led Cameroon for more than 4 decades. It is enough. It is enough. Hi everyone, revolutionaries. African politicians have no shame. Some of them, they want to become the lifetime leaders. Have been shocked by this news from Cameroon, where the president of Cameroon at the age of 92, he has officially announced his intention to run for the election in the country's upcoming October 12, 2025, this year presidential election. President Paul Biya has been in power since 1982, over 4 decades. If he win again, he will be one of the longest serving leaders in modern history. Many citizens are expressed shock, while others are questioning what this means for the future of Cameroon's democracy. This is an imbalance. President Paul Biya must understand that his time is over. I want to ask a simple question. What was the age of Kwame Nkrumah when he took power to lead Ghana toward independence? What was the age of Patrice Emery Lumumba of Congo? What was the age of Mwalimu Julius Kambarage Nyerere of Tanganyika or Tanzania this time? What was the age of Samola Moses Machel? They were young. Maybe I'm going too far. What is the age of Captain Ibrahim Traore of Burkina Faso when he took power, and we see changes? So what President Paul Biya he wanted to add, he led Cameroon for 4 decades, for more than 40 years he was in power. What things he left that he didn't do he want to do? I think he has to step down. African politicians must understand the time to leave the stage. The good dancer is the one who know who the exact time to leave the stage. So President Paul Biya, he must understand this is the right time for him to leave the stage. Of course, he has been in Europe for many times to seek medical treatment. He is not in Cameroon. He's not working for his people. But he still have an appetite to lead Cameroon. He think Cameroon is a private property. He want to become a lifetime president of Cameroon. I think President Paul Biya, you have done much. Go and rest. This is just my advice to you. You have to go and rest. Play with your granddaughters and sons. The time for you to lead Cameroon is over. You are not staying in the country. You are in Europe to seek treatment for many times. You have done enough. Let us give the baton to other generation. You know, I don't know who have bewitched us. When we come to power, we can say maybe after 10 years I'm going to leave, but you find that when we go there, we change our mind. So President Paul Biya, you have done enough. Go and rest. We want a new generation in Cameroon to lead Cameroonians and the territory of Cameroon. We know that you are being used by France, so you have to leave power. Let us leave France itself. So I think, my dear lovely family, this is a disappointment and this is embarrassment to see that still we have politicians who still believing that without them, the country will not be moving forward. And that's what I think President Paul Biya is thinking about, that without him, Cameroon will not go somewhere else. So I think we have to advise the people of Cameroon to find a new leader who will replace President Paul Biya. A few days ago, we have got a funeral of former president of Nigeria, President Buhari. May his soul rest in peace and power. But former President Buhari died in London. There's a lesson from there that when the time comes, you can't escape. Even if you will be taken to Europe, to America, to China, when the time is over, it's over. You can't skip. And I'm telling this because I see President Paul Biya many times in Europe seeking medical treatment, and still he want to lead Cameroon. So the time is over. You have to end over presidents and leadership to other generation so that they can continue with good things that you have done. So to refuse to leave power, you want to die in power, and you see your energy is low, your battery is too low, you have to leave power to other people. We want changes in this continent. We want young people to take the lead. President Paul Biya, I'm sure you have nothing to hide from what you have done. Maybe you have been pumped by your surrounding. Those who are benefiting from your weakness are those who are pushing you to remain in power. But if it's your exact brain, you have to leave power. You have to leave power to other people. You know, one thing that many African leaders, they fear. They have done terrible thing. They have done evil thing. They fear that if they leave power, maybe they will be punished. President Paul Biya, please, please, please go and rest. We know that you have different homes in different capitals in Europe. Go and rest. Go and play with your grandchildren. I think that is a good advice to you. Leave Cameroon in the safe hand and stay with your legacy. But if you want to die in power, okay, continue with what you want. But for me, I think that should not become a good legacy. You have to leave power and to end over the presidents and leadership to other generation. It doesn't mean that without you, Cameroon will not go forward, because even before you, Cameroon was there, and even after you, Cameroon will be there. So you have to give opportunities other generation to take the lead. You have in power for 4 decades, 40 years, more than 40 years, since 1982. It's almost 43 years, if I'm not wrong. So what do you want to add? What's something new you have? You have an AI, you have new technology you want to implement. What things you want to implement? It's enough. We want new generation to take the lead. And that's why I can ask you, what was the age of Kwame Nkrumah? What was the age of Patrice Emery Lumumba of Congo? What was the age of Captain Ibrahim Traore when he took power in Burkina Faso? So this is a time for young people to take the lead of this continent. President Paul Biya, please leave the power and over your presidency to other generation. Just as simple like that. We know you still have an appetite to become a president, but your battery is too low. Please give other people opportunities. My dear lovely family, this is just an update from Cameroon, and I think President Paul Biya has disappointed many of us, but we know that maybe he will change his thinking. But all in all, President Paul Biya has officially announced his intention to run for re-election in country's upcoming October 12 this year presidential election. So, kings and queens, up to that, I have no more to add. If you have anything to add, please do so through the comment section, and you may share this video to other Africans so that they can understand what is going on in this continent. Up to that, let me say thank you. See you next time. Thank you.
Thank you, Africa, Mama Africa. Oh, yeah. You make African great. Thank you, Africa. Thank you, Africa.